Welcome to the Starting Over Podcast. I'm your host, Edward Shelton, aka Dark Logos, and this is a show where we look at the strategies, tactics, and mechanics behind the game of heroclix. This is part 3 of Batman Team Up. Feel free to listen to part 1 and part 2 before you listen to this, because spoilers, reasons, and spoilers. Alright. We still have a lot left to go over, and I know for some of you, if you've been here, welcome to going into hour 3. So yeah, hour 2, 3, one of the things. Think about what you think about, as our dear President Biden has said. All right, so let's go ahead and look at Chase Fred, which when you look at Chase Fred, you couldn't tell he was a chase or a common or uncommon. Put some freaking Jolly Rancher plastic behind him. Make him look like the Flash at least. Give him a big, ideal bubble or something. I don't know. Have him hold, Scrappy. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to say Fred at 60 is the price point that you really want to look at. And the main reason that we're looking at Fred at 60 is because, if you haven't catched on, getting mystery cards and getting your clue tokens with mystery ink is ridiculously simple. It is ridiculously simple. Okay? All you have to do is use Perplex, and you're able to gain clue tokens. Okay? So, let's look at his trait. Another mystery to solve, Fred. Unique modifier. When a clue token is placed on a friendly mystery card, friendly cards with a mystery ink keyword modify defense by +1 until your next turn. Okay? So, the fact is that you're able to get a pretty high defense, okay, for utilizing your mystery ink card. Okay, so all you have to do is we hit Perplex, and then up we go with our defense. We Perplex again. Up we go with our defense. We Perplex our opponents again. Oh, we got a suspect, and we are +3 defense, sitting at a lovely 22. And that to me is dumb. That to me is dumb. Now you can say, "Hey, Dark Logos, I can outwit the defend." Okay. There's still +3 defense. There's still +3 defense. It's I can outsiders them, Dark Logos. Great. And just like in previous eras of the game, hardly anybody plays outsiders. Even now, I do see hardly anyone playing outsiders, even though it's far better than what it was. Okay, so when we're looking at Fred is not the magic school bus that we need, okay? But he is the bus driver, the big lugging brute that's going to make sure everyone gets home. All right. All of the mystery ink people have elaborate trap. They have sidestep, force blast, perplex, but only target an opposing character who has been knocked back this turn. Well, congratulations. There's this magical thing called the boot. And you're able to use it with this other magical thing called a lantern ring. So yeah, we can just do that. Also, we have Force Blast. And when we get to Shaggy, you're going to see what's about to go down. Okay? Next up is Daphne. And Daphne is doing the same thing with buffing stats. So she's buffing our attack. Okay, because that's what she's about, high attack. And she's bringing the prob to town. Now, we're playing Daphne at 60. All right, now some of you might say, well, Dark Logos, why are we going to play Daphne at 60? Because we want that prob, man. We want that prob. Not only do we want that prob, man, she has senses up front. And later on, we have Empower. And like I said, once we get to Shaggy, you're going to see real quick we don't need that in power, okay? We have that sidestep, force blast goodness. And truth be told, she is going to be your number 2 attacker. Okay? She's going to be your number 2 attacker. All right? There's no ends, ifs, or buts about it. Because she's going to come in there with all that perplex goodness and clock somebody with a 15 attack, and they got their defense lower down to 18. And she's only going to need a 3. Like, that's how you have to look at Daphne. She's auto-hitting on people. Okay? All right, so she has another trait called Another Mystery to Solve. Daphne, unique modifier. Oh, no, they just posted it in here twice. Her special power is Take That. Incapacitate, Precision Strike. Free, make an attack, but only to target opposing characters with a monster or mystical keyword. Meh. Womp, womp, womp. It's okay. That part's okay. The fact that she has Incapacitate and Precision Strike is pretty cool. But yeah. All right, next up, Chase Batman. Why are we looking at Chase Batman? First off, he by himself works on all of the Batman mystery cards and the Mystery Inc. mystery cards. Okay? Just by himself. He's 50 points with the 12 attack, and if you don't have Daphne and you got Batman, congratulations, you have a winner, because he just comes out the gate with the 12. And him coming out the gate with the 12 means that, you know, once the perplexes are thrown down, because he just has straight perplex, the stats start going up, 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 and up. Okay? So that in and of itself is the beginning of your problems for your opponents. Then he has Bat Family Training. Batman takes a maximum of 1 damage from close attacks. Well, Batman, you're hardly going to take any damage because your stats are going to be too high. Homie, like just being 100, your stats are going to be too high. Adjacent friendly characters on their starting clicks take a maximum of 1 damage from close attacks. So he's able to spread the disease. Okay? All right. So we got Batman on our Mystery Inc. All right. Then we have Robin. Okay. This little dude right here. 25 points of get her done. All right. Again, remember, he is Mystery Inc. Does he need CCE? Not really. Okay. But you have to look at him as, oh, did we perplex somebody? Oh, we did? We got a clue token? Oh, so that means my attack is a 12 because of CCE, then a 13 because we got a clue token and Daphne's on the squad. Right. Okay. Yeah. Just right there. You could stop right there if you wanted to. And this little fool is running around punching people for 13 for 3. With 1 clue token triggered, mind you. It's him and Batman, towing the line. All right, so then you have the Boy Wonder. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, when an adjacent friendly character named Batman is given a move, close, range, or power action, after resolutions, you may give Robin the same type of action as free. Well, guess what? Guess what's going to happen a majority of the times? This dude is double tapping. Oh, we were able to carry him downfield. He attacked next to, School Bus Fred. Okay, School Bus Fred, after Robin made his attack, hauled Robin downfield to the next place he needs to be. And then, you know what happened? Batman took a ranged attack or a close attack. And then you know who's following up, doing it once per turn for free? Yep, it's Robin. Doing more dirt than Batman. Okay, so this figure is easily $150, $170 figure, like easy. Okay. All right, next up is Velma, and she's calling the cops on everybody. Another mystery to solve. Velma is up here increasing our range. Okay, every time we get a clue token. All right, and her range is already 6, so she's popping that sucker up to 9. When Velma's on the field, she's going to be a 13, and when my boy Shaggy's on the field, she's going to be a 6 damage. And we're playing her at 40 points. and she is Kamehameha from downfield. That's what she's doing. Don't question it. That's what she does. And she is your sniper from the back. Yes, Velma's been looking at your butt the entire time. That's my thought, and I'm sticking to it. Now, some of you might say, why is this a big deal? Well, remember Elaborate Trap? Yeah, you remember Elaborate Trap, right? See, we got Batman. Batman triggers our first perplex on our opponent, so that's going to give us a clue token. We're going to bump all our stats by 1 because we're running this mystery game to the realm of victory. And so now we're at 11 attack and we're at 7 range. We're going to, probably get TK'd into position with that lovely precision strike 4 damage. Velma is going to pull out the Glock and start unloading on people. And once she hits, she's going to knock back. Because remember, Elaborate Trap says we have Sidestep, Force Blast, and Perplex, but only to target an opposing character who has been knocked back this turn. Well, guess what? After Velma, unleashes with the Glock, we're going to have a whole bunch of Scooby Gang ready for their Perplexes to look really greedily at that target to perplex, and get really close to closing the case. And now you have your other bonuses that are kicked in for Scoob and the gang. And Velma is one of your MVPs. All right. Next up is Scrappy Doo. Scrappy Doo is sideline active. We all know that. We're just, again, this is another $150 piece. He comes in and saves the day like Mighty Mouse, and he's here to stay. So just understand, Scrappy Doo comes in like Destroyer, but cheaper and a lot better. So, yeah. All right, now here's my boy Shaggy. We are running this dude at 60. Forget Ultra Instinct. And I know some of you are going to say, but I could run both of them, Dark Logos. No, you are not. You're not running both. He is far superior in every way to Ultra Instinct when he is set up. He is far superior. And I know the hate is running deep in many souls right now. And I get it. And I feel you, brother. But it's the truth. And you need to hear it. All right. So first and foremost, what does Shaggy do? He increases our damage. Okay, when we get our clue tokens. All right. So we're not paying for any of that dumb CCE or RCE. No, we're not paying for any of that. You know why? Because we're going to get them raw stats. We got Elaborate Trap. And guess what? We going to be knocking back people. We going to be throwing hands. And before it's all set up, just bet. Because we got Batman. We got Velma in the back with the Glock. Maybe even pulling out the sniper rifle going pow! Okay, we got 2 perplexes that have just happened. Okay? We got at least 2 perplexes that have just happened. All right. So all we're waiting is for Fred to yeet out Shaggy, get that third perplex on, and then come on out, sidestep, charge, hit with a 15 attack, 5 damage, and lay into somebody. Okay? That's just happening. Don't fight it. It's happening. Okay? Charge, like get out of my way. Charge when Shaggy uses it and hits. If a hit character has the monster or mystical keyword after resolution, he can use flurry as free. So he hits, then can flurry as free. Otherwise, after resolutions, he can make an attack. So he comes in, charges, whaps a dude. Doesn't matter if he hits or not, he whaps again. Okay? And the opponent, it's like, hold up, wait, you hit me twice for 5? He's like, yes, I did. I'm old enough to be your daddy. I brought out the belt on you. Let's go. And for real, he's going to leave a lot of characters crying because we got Velma in the back with the outwit and the Glock. Pow, pow, pow. Firing off at people. And Shaggy's rolling up with the uppercut like he's Ken from Street Fighter. and he's shurikening everybody. Okay? So yeah, we got precision strike. You can't dodge me. You can't roll out of me. And yeah, like, oh, I got impervious. Oh, I hit. You taking some damage. You gonna catch these hands and get knocked back. Okay, so yeah, I could talk about Scooby at 60, the Chase Scooby, because he increases movement and he has hypersonic speed, and yeah, he's cool, but you don't need Empower, because all you need is your leadership, a ring, force blast a character, and then perplex down that character 3 times, trigger your mystery cards, your +3 stats, and light whoever you want up. Your +3 stats, period. So yeah, like I again, these chases are dumb. They're dumb. Now this is where I hope I'm high. I hope that this really works is, no matter how many clue tokens, your mystery characters only increase their stats by 1. Okay, but it doesn't say once per turn. Now, I figure, again, when it says unique modifier, my main idea was that this doesn't stack with another character. Okay, but there's nothing in here that says, oh, you can't trigger, if you trigger 3 clues in a turn, you can't get +3 stats. There's nothing to indicate that. So it either needs to get errata, or we just accept that the Scoob and the gang is really dumb and Outsiders is there for Scoob and the gang. Okay? All right. Let's keep it moving. I think we're pretty much through our chases. So yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and look at prize support Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And prize support Scooby-Doo is nice because he has Scooby snacks. Now this is if you want to go budget Mystery Inc. All right. So it says at the beginning of the game, give each other friendly character with Mystery and keyword a Scooby snack. Characters with a Scooby snack have perplex, but only to target a friendly character with the mystery and keyword. When this character uses it, modify the chosen combat value by +2 instead. After resolutions, remove the Scooby snack token. So this is sort of nice to sort of set your crew up. I believe that this is a good, solid pick for people to play with if you're able to get one. Next up, we are going to look at Ultra Instinct Shaggy. While I might hate on him by saying that the chase is far superior, if you just want to run the mean and throw hands with Shaggy, you can. Play him at 150, don't look back. Okay, just don't look back. All right, folks will be like, "No, dude, you gotta play him at 50 or 100." Nope, that's a lie. That's the lie of the devil right there. Rebuke the devil and he will flee. You play Shaggy at 150 for thee and thy and thou. So you know now, when Shaggy throws down, he makes your opponent look like a clown. Yes, I'm Muhammad Ali. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. With Shaggy. All right. So after that, we're going straight into the box set game. So I'm going to list a couple of characters off of the box set, and I'm just running through them real quick, in part for time, but for a good chunk of them, they are not that deep in terms of like, oh, I'm going to have a wealth of meta knowledge off of this. Like, no, there's a good chunk of them. They're just, for all intents and purposes, just starter basic characters. So first off is Shaggy 102A. He is a 25-point probber. He is just good for what you're dealing with. All right. So next up is Velma 105B. And my viewpoint on Velma is she has a very nice setup. If it wasn't for the fact, I wish her dial was a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. Okay, so when we look at I said Velma. Yeah, I said Velma. So my glasses, I can't find my glasses. Now, again, yes, this is the end of her dial, I know, but I like this. Sidestep, improve movement characters. When Velma uses sidestep after resolutions, you may knock back all adjacent opposing characters 2 squares. This is useful for your chases to trigger their perplex. Okay, and then you can just maneuver her around. Then she has Jinky's teamwork, outwit, probability control. So, yeah, I really like that. All right, next up is Raven 107B. Teleport magical powers, we adios, telekinesis, but when Raven uses it after resolutions, remove an action token from the place character. Oh, did you just happen to have 2 tokens? Would be a shame if you would clear one. Yes, this is also really good for, like I said, that Murder in the City Enduring. Because you're able to get the tokens off to power up that card. Next up is Azeroth Metron Zentos or Freshmaker. But anyway, shape change. Power, once per game, choose a character with the Teen Titans keyword in your KO area. If you do, generate that character on a starting click, and your opponent scores them immediately instead of when they are KO, protected outwit. Now, this is really useful, in my opinion, to bring back several key characters in Teen Titans. The first is Jinx. Always bring that chick back. She's loyal. She is as loyal as it gets to the cause of you winning. Now, in the cartoon, that's a different story. In the comics, that's a different story. But in terms of you winning with Teen Titans, you are bringing Jinx back every single time. Okay? Next on that list is Power Girl. Why? Because we're always playing Jinx. That's why. And we need somebody with a deep dial to utilize that character. Okay? So those are our number 1 and our number 2. Number 3 might be Beast Boy, because we need to get around that map still. Okay? But I'm going to be 100. It's always going to be Jinx. Like, your opponent's always going to murk her first. All right, so let's not pretend. All right. Let's go. Then we have our good Starfires, not our trash Starfires like we had before. So 25-point Starfire, she's the boss. Because at 25 points, she's running shot, 11 attack, 3 damage. Like, what more could I ask for? And she has enhancement. So, yeah, she is the best Starfire in the set. Okay? Then we have the 108B, which is Star the Fire Live The Wire. Energy Explosion, that's always great. When Starfire uses it and hits after resolutions, heals Starfire and all adjacent friendly characters 1 click. This chick is healing. She got the magic touch or snacks, whichever it is. Shamalala Mumu is the empower enhancement. We don't care about that. You're never going to see that. They're going to murk this chick. You need to play her for her top click of the energy explosion, healing hands, warming words, all the other cool, magical stuff that she can do. All right, so let's keep it moving. Next up is Beast Boy. Beast Boy, Blaze Calls Fang Steel Energy. This is 109B. And then he has Licking My Wounds, literally. Regeneration and Super Senses. So I like him, 40 points. I think he's solid. Next up is Cyborg. Cyborg is Mr. Boom Boom Disaster, running shot, Force Blast. Now, that's his later end of his dial, but he pretty much has full dial running shot. But he has Poison and Pulse Wave, which, in my opinion, right now, has a place. Because if he is able to start getting these, like, nice, I would make the argument, raid moments where you're just spraying entire teams, your opponent will have a lot of frustrations. Because, yeah, they could try to, like, peel through him real easily. but he could have gotten, their taxi off of their best clicks, or gotten their opponents off of defend, all these crazy stat improvements. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? All right, let's go into our legacy cards. Whew, man. And I'm still not done. All right, so first one on my list, if Realms would stop thinking that I am a robot, is legacy card 01 Batman. Why are we looking at legacy card 01 Batman? He has wing movement. How much do you weigh? Wing movement, speed symbol. When Batman carry characters have the Batman team ability until your next turn. Congratulations, Cypher. You have just gave all the X-Men Batman team ability for Batman to carry him around. Now, that is one thing. Him being able to functionally save a couple of your characters, that's important. He also has Perplex, Detective, and Batman Family keyword. So right there, again, you already know mystery card homie. He is a mystery card homie. He has Back into the Shadows, Super Senses, and Willpower traded. And he has Shadows of Crime Alley, Smoke Cloud, Precision Strike, free if Batman occupies hindering terrain, place him in a square of hindering terrain within 4 squares, and Line of Fire. So he can just boof out of the shadows, and I'm just waiting when we get Out of the Shadow Batman remix. I'm waiting for him to come back. The world needs a hero. The world needs Out of the Shadows Batman. All right. Next up is that was still number 1. Let's see. Commissioner Gordon. I like him because he is giving us TK, and he is also giving us leadership for Detective, Gotham City, and Police. So all of those things are really nice. He has telekinesis. Telekinesis is free, but only to target another friendly character that shares a keyword with Commissioner Gordon. So with your detective teams, with your Gotham City teams, with your police teams, it's pretty much get these men into position all over again, but with more movement. All right, next up is Nightwing. I'm going to just tell you he's good for the nostalgia, and he also has Outsiders, which hurts him, but is also good for him. I mean, good for fighting other teams. He's also Teen Titans, and if you can get him to click 2, he's really useful for all of your mystery cards. Like, I think literally all of them he can trigger. Okay? So take that into account. And you can run them at 50 points too. So the question, the JLU question. Oh man. I thought this guy was good before, and they brought him back and they made him better. When an opposing character within 6 squares uses Outwit, Perplex, or Probability Control, if there's no D6 on this die, after resolutions, roll a D6 and place the result on this die. When a character within 6 squares makes an attack roll, you may remove the D6 from this card and replace a die in the roll with it. Congratulations, you have a stupid flexible character. Okay? You just have a stupid flexible character. Binary gas. Smoke Cloud is free, but only generate 1 marker. Friendly characters occupying hindering terrain markers generated by the question, can you shape change? So I'm handing out shape change too. Because I could just power action and do Smoke Cloud and give my entire squad shape change if I do it right. This figure is super strong. And yeah, I don't see why anybody would skip this. Is it strong enough to make Justice League top tier? No. But I do believe that it does fall into that point of layers and layers and layers. I think it's a good foundation to add to a Justice League team. Next up is the Chief. I'm going to summarize the Chief. If you are trying to expand Doom Patrol, the Chief is great. He is awesome. If you are wanting some like super support character, I don't really think he's it. Okay? I really don't think he's it. If you are trying to have some super cool character with Mega Vision, and I mean by Mega Vision, improved targeting, everything, gain outsiders through your capabilities and whatnot, that's pretty cool. But I would still say the nay. I don't think it's worth it. But I think, again, you're primarily trying to build a Doom Patrol team. That's why you're looking at Chief. And you're needing to adopt some actually good figures instead of the crappy ones. Outside of Beast Boy. You're trying to get some good Doom Patrol. Alright, next up is World's Finest. It's literally, like, for long-time listeners, I might as well have, like, me and the boys with this one. With me in between Batman and Superman as World's Finest. And just, like, me and the boys going to rock once again, you know. And so, man, this one made me cry just a little bit inside when I saw that it was a legacy card. And I saw mine the other day, and I said, you know, if I'm able to get that legacy card, we're going to hit these streets again and remind them just who is the world's finest. They're going to remember. Okay? So when we look at World's Finest, first on its go, I can take it from here. When World's Finest is KO'd by an attack before removing them from the game, you may generate a character named Batman and or a character named Superman from your sideline on their last non-KO click. Then heal them each 2 clicks. The total points of the generated character must be equal to or less than World's Finest point value. If World's Finest is 60 points, only generate one of the 2 characters instead. Protected Pulse Wave. Okay? So, anyway it goes, you already know who you're generating. You're generating Batman. And Batman's going to pop out and be like, hidey ho, neighbor. And start lighting it up. Next up, you have Dark Knight and the Big Blue Boy Scout. Free, make an attack, but only to target an opposing character that, since your last turn, made an attack or used Outwit. So I get to slap a dude for free because they played the game? Wow! That's rainbow magic. Alright, next, thinking long and hard before you do something you might regret. Think long and hard before doing something you might regret. When World's Finest would take damage from an effect of an opposing character of equal or less points than them, roll a d6. 4 through 6, World's Finest takes a maximum of 1 damage from that effect. Do you really want to send that Colossal Retaliator over here? Do you? Feel free to bring his candy butt over here. And I'll take my fist and shine it up real good. Next up, looks like we got trouble. Combat reflexes, invincible super senses, but increase the result by +1 for each action token on World's Finest. Protected Outwit. Have you... I mean, like, we put this Green Lantern ring on him. And give him that willpower. Put them tokens on him. Give him that 50-50 super senses. No. That's a full-on church moment like that. Hit him with the church clap. Just... And get the ghost on me. Like, I'm stomping right now. You should see it. Okay? And so this figure is dumb. I'm just going to tell you, 60 points. He is your man. He is your man from Japan. All over the land. Like, this is the best figure that you can get a legacy card for. I cannot hype this piece any more than I can. I don't even talk about his stats. I don't even talk about his stats and his powers. Just that alone makes him better than so many other pieces in modern age. Just thank God that he's not a warrior. Thank God that we did not put Batman and Superman in prison to make them a warrior, because you can do it the easy way or the hard way, and you're gonna fight Batman and Superman as world's finest. It's gonna be the hard way every time. All right, next up, I skipped the Riddler. I messed up. I skipped the Riddler. I got too hyped for world's finest. That's what you get when you're a fan. All right, I'm a super fan. Again, throwback old joke for old-timey listeners. Riddle me this. Perplex, but can only be used regardless. But can be used regardless of line of fire. So again, mystery cards, yeah. He's a detective keyword, so mystery cards, yeah. When the Riddler uses it to target an opposing character after resolution, give that character a puzzle token. Was that one too hard for your room temperature IQ? Ooh. When an opposing character within range with a puzzle token would be targeted by Perplex, roll a d6. Number 1, remove all puzzle tokens from that character. Number 2 through 4, gain a mission point for each puzzle token on that character. Ooh, that's pretty good. 5 through 6, when the use of Perplex has no effect, and gain 1 mission point for each puzzle token on that character. Now, for some of you who might be thinking to yourself, this is okay, and this is okay mission points. I'm not too hype about this. I don't see why you're so excited about this, Dark Logos. And I'm going to tell you why. It's real simple. I have Perplex that I can use regardless of line of fire. Most of you might not appreciate that. But when all is said and done, the capability with these mystery cards to just plink points is uncanny. Plink clue tokens is uncanny. Now, is the mission points, worth it all the time? No, I'm putting this guy in an immense amount of danger with very little defense. Okay, I'm just being 100. But I do believe that there is some potential. All right, so let's go to Green Lantern. All you need to know is your boy is at 20. You're not playing him at full. The classic Green Lantern canon rolling in for one last hurrah, like it's not happening. Don't do that. Be smart. Play him on low. Okay. So he has an ambassador to the UN leadership. So you got your leadership. Okay. When Green Lantern uses defend, leadership, or JSA team ability, he considers friendly characters within range and line of fire to be adjacent. Once per turn, when a friendly character within range is targeted by an attack, you may roll a d6. If you do, that character positively modifies their defense value equal to half the result for that attack. For me, right there, that's worth it because you're able to potentially save a character that couldn't be saved otherwise. At minimum, you're increasing their stats by +1. Okay, so I gotta tell you, this is worth it, but only at low dial. Don't get tempted to relive the glory days of old school KC Green Lantern. Don't do it. Resist the devil. Okay? All right, now we have finished all of our legacy cards. Let's go into our objects and constructs. And this is why I feel like there's going to be like a part 4, because this is just too much work. Because we still have mystery cards. Oh gosh. All right, so first off, we have the utility belt. And as my boy Lucas Van Hollen said, the only people playing this is Batman family. Okay, no one's playing this outside of Batman family because you're going to need to pick when you get what. And starting your roll, just being able to move up to instead of moving exactly the direct number you roll. gives you so much more flexibility that I don't see any other reason why you would consider anyone using this other than Batman family. This makes, Green Lantern Batman or Prime Batman dumb. So, yeah, just prepare for that silliness too. All right, next up is Sinestro Core Ring. I've hyped up the Green Lantern ring. I don't need to talk about it, too much. Other than the fact of, hey, you get willpower and constructs. And if you already have willpower +1, congratulations. If you don't really want constructs and deal with all that silliness, just go ahead and get Super Soldier Serum. Just do that. All right, Sinestro Core Core Ring, you get Perplex. Congratulations. And constructs. If you already have Perplex, you can modify opposing combat values by -2 instead. You want this. You want this ring. This ring and the Green Lantern ring are the two most powerful rings in this entire set. Talking about the other rings, it's like asking who's in third place. Who got a participation trophy. Okay, because that's the level of design that's there with the rest of the rings. I'm sorry, WizKids, you did not do a good job with the rings. In the attempt to make us buy, quote unquote, new rings, all you did was give us different colored plastic that's just a bit off. Just a bit off. Ha ha! I'm Mickey, and I will take your dollars. Just like WizKids. But, that's just a bit off and has less mechanical options than the old rings. Okay? And you might say, but Dark Logos, the old rings are sort of similar to this, and you're thinking of the battery with the rings. You already know what I'm going with. Okay, so, red ring, penetrating poison, yay. But instead of having just penetrating poison, I have to have poison to get penetrating poison. Yay. That sucks. Why couldn't I just have penetrating poison, WizKids? And if I was a Red Lantern, I did 2 instead of 1. So, yeah, this is very situational. Indigo Tribe Ring, this one is a little bit sus because you're getting support, and the character already has support. They increase the number of clicks they healed by 1, which I'm again like, okay, you rolled a 6, so that's sort of cool. But if I roll a 2, it's still not that hot. Okay, so it's all right. Star Sapphire Ring. Oh, I got Mystics, but if I already had Mystics, it's unavoidable, which is the only sort of good effect. But again, I'm getting hit. What happened to my shape change? Why not just give me 50-50 shape change? And I know someone say, like, there's Battle Fury Dark Logos, that's why. And there's Outwit Dark Logos, that's why. And we don't want to make question 2 dumb strong Dark Logos, that's why. Blah, 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 blah. No. Give me, we got enough stuff that's giving shape change. Okay? Give me some shape change and construct goodness. Give me 50-50 shape change. Okay? All right. So, next up is, so we don't even need to talk about the other rings because Orange Lantern Ring is trash. It's hot fire garbage. It's hot fire garbage. It's a dumpster fire. So anyway, I'm just pissed about that. They ruined the rings for me. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about. I'm going to talk about. I'm just do a rundown of the constructs and then come back to the mystery cards. So Catcher's Mitt, congratulations, you have ESD. They took away the autonomous. Good job, WizKids. Stop sign, congratulations, you get barrier. Opposing characters within 2 squares can't use improved movement. So I put you in jail. So yeah, that's what happened. Just be prepared from a meta perspective, every team to have double barrier. If you cannot solve for double barrier, your team sucks now. I'm just being 100 with everyone. Stop sign is the reason why. Fire Hydrant. Invulnerability. It has free. Remove up to 2 hindering or blocking terrain markers within 6 squares and line of fire. So, yeah, we are trying to do anti-barrier stuff to try to counter the fact that we gave everyone stupid amounts of barrier. Okay? So yeah, there you go. Chainsaw. You might get super happy, but it's 11. It's not 11 attack. It's 10, which lowers its overall utility to us. Throwing those blades though, that is quite fun. We'll see. That's all I have to say. We'll see. Cowboy boot. Cowboy boot. This is your Mystery Inc. need the cowboy boot. Okay. They really, really need the cowboy boot. And the reason is that the cowboy boot has free knockback and adjacent opposing character 6 squares if it has tiny, 4 squares if it's standard, which is more than a standard right now. Because the standard right now is 3. Or 2 squares if it has giant symbols. So you can just knock back these giants. Okay? Alright. Constructs do not block my fire, do not require opposing characters to break away. Opposing characters. Constructs can't be chosen for mastermind or have their combat values modified by other characters. So they can modify their own combat values with close combat experts. So there we go. So the boot comes in as 11-3, and you can just free boot somebody to the side and play pool with them. Okay? So that part I really do like. Be prepared for formations to break up. All right. It's weird saying this, but you are phase by phase using the ring to disassemble a team. You are buried up, I put down my fire hydrant. I get rid of your terrain. Once I get rid of your terrain, then if I still have terrain to shoot through, I shoot through that terrain. I bust up your barrier maker. Okay, that's done. Then after that, you don't have barrier. I'm going to use my boot. I'm going to use the boot like a pull cue and boop, knock somebody forward and out. Now that character's out of formation and no longer has defend or the 80 bazillion stat mods that it was receiving. Okay, cool. Outsiders, because I have a detective that has outsiders because I played Martian Manhunter and cried a little bit inside. Then, boom, that character is back down to earth. Lay into them for a little bit. Boop, 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 they dead. And if I knock them up far enough, I can lock them down potentially. And if they're still there, next turn, I could drop the chainsaw and be like boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let's keep going. So, Spotlight. This one is also going to be a major problem for people, mainly because free, improve targeting, hindering, choose an opposing character within 6 squares in line of fire. The chosen character modifies range and attack by -1 when making ranged attacks until your next turn. This sucker stacks. Oh, I see that you have a very, very impressionable core element of your team that has that is a ranged attacker and is only a ranged attacker. Would be a shame if I had 2 spotlights to lower your range and your attack down, forcing you to destroy my spotlights before you do anything, wasting 2 of your actions. Would be a shame. Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving. Lasso get incapacitate. When Lasso uses it, each opposing character adjacent to the original target also becomes targets. Now, you are running this with that Wonder Woman that I talked about earlier. That's the super rare and gets the mission points. This is going down. You're like, hold up, what are you talking about? No. This is going down. This is going down, and you're going to accept it. You're going to go and buy some lassos. You're going to look at your opponent in the eye and tell them, I too believe in peace. But for there to be peace, I must be willing to wage war. And look at them straight face and say that. as they look at your team and say, what? And then you just proceed to incapacitate their team and gain mission tokens. And they can't do anything. And for good measure, add in, whatchamacallit? Iceman. Yeah. Legacy Iceman. All right, so Catcher's Mitt, that's giving you the ESD, and that's not a disease. Then you have the stop sign. Opposing characters within 2 squares can't use improved movement. And again, that is your barrier. So that's your cage. Your fire hydrant. We already talked about all these things. All right, so that's it. All right, so our last is actually our last construct. Okay, so cool. Let me check my time. There we go. All right, so I'm going to try to be quick with our mystery cards. We have 10 mystery cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so we're going to start with string of cat burglaries. Why are we playing this? I'm gonna say this. First off, we have our Batman family keyword, and we have detective keyword that's going to be able to activate this. Our clue effects. When a friendly character with a listed keyword occupies hindering terrain, hits one or more characters after resolutions, gain 1 clue token. Do keep in mind, you are able to trigger multiple clue tokens if their clue effect has different names. So you have Gotham Knights. If you trigger and successful with triggering Gotham Knights, you also could trigger clue effect Let's Go. When a friendly character with a listed keyword hits one or more opposing characters after resolutions, gain 1 clue token. Okay, you can trigger that one. You can also trigger clue effect Teen Titans Go. When a friendly character with a listed keyword hits one or more opposing characters after resolutions, gain 1 clue token. You literally can trigger string of cat burglaries, stakeout, and super summer camp all in one attack. All in one attack. Now, for some of you, as soon as you heard that, you realize why the Chase Scooby gang is dumb. Because Batman is a detective, and he can generate his own stealth or be in hindering and just Kamehameha somebody and proc off 3 clues. Scoob and the gang are cracking their knuckles like we're ready to go, and then they're going to proc off 3 more clues and just start lighting stuff up. All right. So let's go back into the meat and potatoes of this. All right. So we're just going to say attack from hindering. Suspect 3, when friendly characters attack 1 or more equipped opposing characters, modify their attack and damage by +1. Congratulations. I have set you up. WizKids has set you up. Oh, you're going to attach all these characters with equipment? Yay. I have +1 attack and damage when I attack you from stealth. Thank you. Case closed. 9. When a friendly friendly characters have power. Choose an adjacent equipped opposing character, unequip that character, and this character may immediately equip that equipment. All right, yay, so we're jacking people. That is very useful. Now, if we think back to the fact that we need to land 9 attacks, having charge and flurry makes that a lot easier. Or you could just be world's finest and pop off. All right, so yeah. Right there, string of cat burglaries. If you want to be anti objects, that's your card. Let's go to number 2, the man who laughs. This is attack from stealth. Batman family detective. Suspect, when a friendly character attacks opposing characters, can't use mastermind. This is anti-lamp for them to deal with that new bringing back legacy Joker, which is why I did not review him and why I felt that he was trash, because they immediately gave everyone a free point game effect that they have no reason not to play on 95% of teams to completely neuter the tactic. Okay? Case closed. 9, when a friendly character would take damage if it's not from an attack. So poison, mystics. Look, I trigger bonus damage. I mind control you. You take your printed damage. Roll a d6. On 4 through 6, they take no damage. All of that's negated. There are at least 10 characters off the top of my head that are sort of neutered from this case closed. Okay? All right, next up, which witch is which? Detective, Mystery Inc. This is when a friendly character listed with the listed keyword uses perplex to target an opposing character after resolutions gain 1 clue. Okay, so you come back and you start to see, Scoob in the game, roll up, perplex, perplex, perplex. Now we're all buff swole. How big of a problem that is. Okay? And just understanding how easy it is for that to happen with Scoob in the game. Okay, we are looking at Suspect 3 once per turn. When an opposing character uses shape change, you may re-roll the result. That's sort of okay. Case closed. When an opposing character is knocked back, after resolutions, deal that character 1 penetrating damage. All right. Now, what do we have in spades? As chases, we have knockback. And we have the boot. Okay? And so we can, with our case closed, ping around characters 4 times, maybe 5 times if we're lucky, if we are able to figure it out. And guess what? How many characters you going to kill doing that? A lot. How much Mystics damage are you going to trigger? None. How many stop clicks are you going to get past? A lot. Okay? Do not sleep on these cards. These cards by far are the most powerful things. If anyone says, they're so suck, they do not understand heroclix. They do not understand heroclix. Because in one round, you can trigger a suspect. And all of a sudden, for all these Mystery Inc. ones, you are super swole. Okay? Because the next turn, you can trigger 3 more and get a suspect and have 2 suspect effects in play. Or if you case close one, yeah. Anyway, sorry, foul play and Funland. Let me keep it moving. Or else I'm going to get pissed off. Again, this is a perplex one. Mystery Inc. Detective Mystery Inc. Suspect. Friendly characters can use shape change, but only on a 6. Oh! I could get shape change, you say. On a 6, you say. That's interesting. Case closed. When a friendly character uses shape change and succeeds, after resolutions, heal them 1 click. Okay? So, not only am I potentially getting some healing in, I'm also potentially avoiding some damage. All right. Is this the best one? No. It by far is the weakest one. If you are looking for like one that you can probably pick up for cheap, this is more than likely going to be the one. And if you have a bunch of Chase, Scoob in the gang, then yeah, they're going to love this. All right. Let's go to the Chest of Demons. Again, perplex. Suspect 3. Friendly characters can use plasticity. That's going to be real nice once Shaggy rolls up there. Evidence 6. Friendly characters has safeguard. Mystic's team ability, mind control. There we go. Then we go into case closed. Friendly characters have Mystic's team ability. If they have the Mystery Inc. keyword, when they use it, the damage dealt is unavoidable. There you go. So right there, this card right here makes Mystery Inc. ridiculous. And it makes them highly competitive and a chance to actually win games. Chest of Demons. Murder in the City Enduring. You heard me reference this card a lot. Keywords, Detective, Green Lantern Corps. Pay attention to that. All right, clue effect, Lantern Corps. During your turn, when a friendly character with a listed keyword has 1 or more action tokens removed, after resolutions gain 1 clue token. Why is this important? I get leadership and someone removes a token from me. That counts. I remove a token due to having willpower. That works. I clear at the end of the turn. That works. I have a game effect where I'm able to transfer my tokens and I have the appropriate keywords. That works. Ugh. And I believe for this is one of the reasons why the rings did not give keywords like they did in the past. Because if they did, Murder in the City Enduring would be a $60 card. Let's dig in deeper. Suspect 6. Friendly characters have Safeguard, opposing Perplex, opposing probability control. I can't perplex you down and I can't prop you. That alone is worth it. That's $30 right there. Boop, $30. All I have to do is play the game and clear twice. And I am protected, perplex, and outwit. I don't see where the problem is. Okay? Case closed 9. When this effect first comes active, choose a friendly character with the listed keyword. This game, the chosen character modifies its combat values by +1 and has cosmic energy team ability. Oh, wow. It would really be ridiculous if I could, fight and then stack that with, my suspect ability that I just happen to get from String of Cat Burglaries, and I could have a character with +2 attack, +2 damage, and +1 all stats. Would be a real shame if that could happen. Maybe, just maybe, there could be a character that literally is designed to trigger both of these game effects. I wonder who it could be with his glowing cape and all his other BS. Yeah, anyway. Let's keep it moving. Stakeout. Let's go. So it is Teen Titans. So do keep in mind, Teen Titans Go and Let's Go are 2 different clue effects that will trigger separately. Okay? So it says, if you hit one or more opposing characters, you get a clue token. If you have Let's Go and Teen Titans Go, they are the same, even though they have the same trigger in game effect, like, you just have to hit somebody. The truth of the matter is that you could put a token on both character cards. I mean, both, not character, mystery cards. All right. So let's go to Superhero Summer Camp. Friendly characters have Dolphin movement symbol, which is nice if you have the Aquaman, because now you are generating that water. Then you have Evidence 6. When a friendly character hits after resolutions, they may generate a water terrain marker in their square. Now, this is nice because it's going to give you a little bit of defense from range, but not quite as much as I would prefer. Then 12, friendly characters occupying, hindering, or water terrain can use Blaze Claw's Fangs. All right. So overall, I think this is good. The problem is by the time you get to the point of having Blaze Claw's Fangs, it is really not that useful. I really wish there was something else on the 12. Okay. Next up is Unlocking Raven's Spellbook. Real simple. It's a simple attacking, and at the end, case closed 9, each opposing character can only be given 1 free action during their turn, and this is very crippling for characters like Faust, characters that have Outwit, Perplex, characters that have some free effect, like Free Smoke, Free Barrier, and they also have Perplex. So this can gimp teams, and all you have to do is play the game. So going back, you're going to go get Starter, you're going to get Raven, and you're going to get Jinx, and you're going to get Power Girl, and you are going to throw hands. And then you're going to look at me, Dark Logos, and give me a thumbs up. Okay? Then there is the plain spheric disc. Real simple, throw hands, go pew pew pew. Then we go for Suspect 3. Friendly characters can use improved movement and elevate it, which is sort of useful and not. Case closed 9. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose a friendly character and roll a d6. Move the chosen character up to the result. This is really nice because you can extend your swing a stupid amount with this last ability. Your ability to evac or to engage in your final hurrah as the game ends. That's just ridiculous. My last bit of analysis on the subject is as follows. And this is really important. Make sure that you are looking at these effects and that your team can trigger the clue effect and you benefit from the suspect level mainly. It's easy to get focused on the case closed, especially on the Raven spellbook. But if your team cannot utilize suspect or stacked suspect effects, stick with the one card that best suits your team. Other than that, do not exceed into 2 or 3 or 4. If you are able to pull off easily suspect on 2 to 3 cards, and those game effects benefit your entire team, play on player, you have resources in the modern age to your custom design. Now, some of you will say, it's like, but tarot, and I will say, yes, tarot will stack, but I do believe there is a future coming where there's just going to be a card slot. Like you have your figures, you have your sideline, you have your card slot. And I think that if they told me as a player that tarot is going to be in a card slot, and then I bring in my mystery ink cards my mystery cards, and then they are also in my card slot, I would feel a lot better. But the fact that you're able to play these two mechanics together is overpoweringly strong. It's overpoweringly strong. It's just, I'm not even using proper English right now, is how stupid this is. And by making it so that these effects stack, I'm able to double down on multiple game effects, which can cripple an opponent. So the main one with, I think it's Murder in the City Enduring. I think this one is just bad for the game. Period. It's just bad for the game. I do not see a world where this is healthy. Okay? You need to... I believe WizKids needs to reevaluate this card. Because I believe that I'm willing to even say the case closed and the suspect need to be swapped. Because protected, perplex, or pick between protected, perplex, or protected prop, but not get both. Okay. Overall for the set, what's my verdict? I believe that this is, monetarily wise, this is a cluster buck, and this is horrible for the player base. I believe if you are a DC fan, you've gotten more than your money's worth, and if you take a whole year to collect, good for you, then it becomes economically viable. If you are a competitive player, get what you need and nothing more. Make sure that your house is in order first. I would, again, with all the things that's happened in the last few years, I'm not going to go tell people, go buy clicks and have a ton of debt and don't have food. Get your house in order, okay? The next thing that I would distinctly say is don't buy all the mystery cards. I think that's a bad deal. I think the key ones to buy are String of Cat Burglaries, The Man Who Laughs, Murder in the City Enduring, Stakeout, Superhero Summer Camp, Unlocking Raven Spellbook, and the Planespheric Disc. The last 3 are easier to obtain. Stakeout is one that I think is going to be a little bit of a trouble for some people to get a hold of. But Murder in the City Enduring, that is, I believe everyone that has the ability to run Green Lanterns or detectives should get this card. It's just too good. I also encourage you to investigate the keywords that you like to play and see if detective shows up. And if it does, are there any of the cards, the mystery cards that you want to play that will enhance what you are designing? Don't just do it to do it. Like, are they helping you in your team design? Okay. Overall, I believe constructs are going to become the beginning of the end for a wave of players. Just like previously with War of Light, having a massive amount of constructs was fun for a while, and then the cost caught up to people, and then they just said this game was too expensive. Okay? I know the grand comparison is, but the Magic is more expensive, and Magic is 20 times more expensive than heroclix. That's true, and their player base is about to revolt. Like all your Hasbro people, they're about to revolt. The people that play Hasbro games, they're about to revolt. Your D&D people and your Magic the Gathering people. So following that business model, I do believe is a bad idea for heroclix, and by far is probably the worst thing that heroclix could do right now is take notes from Hasbro and their current leadership. So all in all, I'm going to leave you with this. I'm not going to tell you not to buy this. I'm not going to tell you it's all bad, because clearly there are a lot of figures that I think are fun and enjoyable and have potential. But what I am going to tell you is buy what you are going to play and sell the rest. Buy what you are going to play and sell the rest. Legacy cards be darned. Okay? Legacy cards be darned. Don't get sucked into, I gotta have it all, collect it all. Pokemon, don't get caught on that. Buy what you want to play. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this mega amount of work that I put in. This has been 2 days of work and pauses and breaks and cough drops, and Fan Kun came back. So, you can email me at startingoverpodcast@gmail.com. That's startingoverpodcast@gmail.com if you wish to opine. Keep it piffy, keep it interesting, keep it awesome, baby. And let me know what you think of the set review. Leave your comments below. I'm not even doing it for the algorithm. I just like talking to you all. Shout out to one of the listeners on the last video. He's like, yo, man, I don't even play heroclix anymore. I just like listening to you talk about the game. And to you, sir, I give you a big salute here from Wakanda in America. And I give you a Thor smash and a Kamehameha your way in love. All right, that's it. I'd like to thank you all for listening. And remember, we are not Bruce Wayne. We don't got wallets like this, whiz kids. And I'm out.